On day 6, we will leave Sierra Sky Ranch, go to Denny's for breakfast, then drive into Yosemite National Park, drive north to Yosemite Valley, where we'll look at Tunnel View, drive out to Mirror Lake, eat at the park store, and then head back down to our hotel for the night. We had a big breakfast at Denny's in Oakhurst, and then we headed north out of Oakhurst towards Yosemite. Along the way into Yosemite, we saw some more of those hot rods. Soon we're entering Yosemite National Park. Yosemite National Park is located here in California. And this is the area that we looked in yesterday in Mariposa Grove. We're going to drive up to Yosemite Valley and through it several different times and then back out the park. Along the way up north to Yosemite Valley, we're going to see several burned areas. Seems they have a fire almost every year. Currently, there's a lot of smoke around the park itself because there are several fires burning in the area, and it seems to accumulate them and just hold them. We're going to have a whole lot of problems with smoke in the Yosemite Valley. The only way into the valley is through the tunnel. And then as we go through the tunnel and come out the other side, we've entered Yosemite Valley. We're going to be looking at several things here. Bridal Falls, then we'll look at the Upper Yosemite Falls, go to the museum, out to Mirror Lake, come back and eat at the village store before heading out of the park. At least that's the idea. This is what Tunnel View is supposed to look like. El Capitan, Half Dome, Bridalveil Falls, and Glacier Point. But this is what it looks like in the smoke. You can barely see El Capitan. I can remove some of this haze with some of my filters, as you can see. But we're going to leave the haze so that people can see how smoky it really was there. This is not fog, it's smoke. As we get further into the valley, we can see El Capitan a little bit better from the other side. Further down the valley, it seems that the smoke has dissipated a little bit and we can see the mountains around us better.
Here.
As we drive down the valley, we come to an area that is more built up. There are going to be thousands and thousands of people in the valley this day, even though it's off-season. This is the most popular national park in the entire state of California, and really, many of them, it's the only one they ever visit. We're going to head out to Mirror Lake Trailhead. The good news is we have a handicap tag, so we can actually drive down the road instead of walking a couple of miles to get to the trailhead. These pictures I have processed some to remove some of the smoke so you can see more clearly.
I'm sure we're headed toward the lake. I think we're headed out some way. Go ahead and listen to GPS. That sounds like us.
We finally arrive at Mirror Lake Trail, and we're going to walk a little bit now and look up at some of the high cliffs around us. This is typical of the vegetation around this area as we head up the trail. Back in the car now, we're going to go look at some of the other sites that we have on our list. We will drive around the roads in the valley several different times, and here you can see the high mountains all around it made out of granite.
Turn left onto Curry Village Drive. Continue for 1 mile.
We'll be eating at the Village Grill in the center of Yosemite Village, and even though it's built up, there's many wildlife around. Here's a ground squirrel looking for something to eat. A crow also is looking for something to eat. And then to my surprise, with hundreds or even thousands of people around, a California mule deer and her fawn show up right beside the area we're going to be eating. They don't seem to be scared at all. After eating, we start heading back towards the entrance to the park.
Yes, they do.
The smoke is still pretty bad even in the middle of the day, and it's sometimes hard to see even the mountains around us.
It's kind of salty and had all these formations in it. And then we're going to drive on over to Nevada City. There's a ton of view.
We're still not able to see very far down the valley as we arrive back at Tunnel View. It has not been a very productive day. We had intended to go to Bridal Veil Falls, but the parking lot is under construction and the trail is closed. We decided we wanted to go to Yosemite Falls and see the Great Falls, but then we looked at the camera that is on it and it's dried up right now. We wanted to go to the Yosemite Museum and see it, but due to construction we'd have had to walk an extremely long distance to get there. So we decided it's just time to head on back to the hotel for the night.
Turn right onto Wiwana Road. Continue on Wiwana Road for 25 miles.
The information that was wrong that the ranch had. We'll be coming back to this ranch tomorrow morning. Well, I was on the way through the park. We go around the park, but coming out the entrance, west entrance, east entrance. Go west and east entrance.
As I said before, there are many fire areas along here over several different years. Then we leave the park and head back to our hotel room. This is what it looks like. We decide to drive back into Oakhurst and get something to eat and bring it back to the hotel room. We like the barbecue so much that we're going to go back to the Smokehouse 41 and get some takeout. And this will end day 6.